Hey guys, and welcome back to the vlog. My name is Victoria. If you're new here, I am just gonna take you along with me today. So I am up this morning, about to cook breakfast and then about to start my morning routine, and I'm just gonna take you along. So if you are interested in what it's like to be an entrepreneur or what it's like to run your own business, that's kind of what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the behind the scenes of just keeping up with my personal training business, and then also launching my candle business and just kind of what is going into that. So hope you guys enjoy, and I am looking forward to spending the day with you. So of course you have to start with a healthy breakfast. So I'm going to start with some onions, bell peppers, spinach, and eggs, and I'm gonna make a veggie scramble. Normally I would do it with avocado toast, but my avocado is not ripe yet. So I'm trying to decide what I'll have as a side. Oatmeal. So we got our veggies with the veggie scramble. We got our protein with the eggs. And then with the oatmeal, we'll have our carb, and then I'll probably add some peanut butter in it, so that'll be enough fat. That's just kind of how I look at my meals, and that's kind of how I teach my clients to plan their meals, as in looking at your meal as a carb, veggie, fat, and protein, and just trying to have all those components in it. So I did decide to go ahead and go with the oatmeal. I'm going to do oatmeal with cinnamon, cook it in the microwave, and then I will put blueberries, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and I'll drizzle some honey on it, a tablespoon of honey. I measure everything out on the scale for the most part, just because it's easier. Only thing I don't measure is the peanut butter, but I just literally do a small spoon. Alright guys, so now that I'm done with breakfast, I always try to get my mind right for the day by journaling and reading the Bible, and a lot of times I'll do this Jesus Calling devotional. It's really been speaking to me a lot lately. Also, I always have my coffee and my water. I need those, you know, in here too. And then I have my planner, so that way I can just look over what I have going on for the day. So this is just kind of how I get my day started. I like to just get my mind right for the day, know exactly what my intentions are for the day. And if you don't do that already, I highly recommend having some sort of morning routine, even if it's literally just breathing, like 3 deep breaths, and maybe writing down a few things you're grateful for, or writing down your top 3 intentions for the day, whether that's to, you know, exercise, you know, eat healthy, be kind to your kids or your spouse. Highly recommend always kind of just setting some type of intention for the day, because when you set your intention, like, it literally gives you a direction to go in. So usually my intentions are like business focused, but it just depends. Like, my morning routine can shift. Right now I've been reading Jesus Calling first, and then depending, I mean, it really just depends. It depends. If I want to journal first, I'll just write out whatever's on my mind. But if I don't really have anything on my mind, I'll do the devotional first, and then I'll just get into the Bible, whatever chapter I'm reading. But before I start all that, I like to set the mood by lighting a candle or by turning on essential oils. But today I'm going to light one of my candles that I made for me and my husband. This one's called the Flow State candle, and it's ginger, cedarwood, and Palo Santo. So it smells like really uplifting and like joyful with the zesty ginger smell, but then it's also kind of like warm and calming with the Palo Santo and the cedarwood. So yeah, I love this one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and light it. And sometimes I'll also put on some music, whether it's like meditation music. let's see, can you see this? You can't see it, but there it is. I'll put on meditation music sometimes, or worship music. It just depends. But today, I don't know. I don't really have a lot on my mind. I'm a little tired still, honestly. I woke up a little early because my husband woke up early to leave for the day, and I just couldn't fall back asleep. But time is of the essence, and I usually give myself just as much time as I need. Like, I don't give myself a super strict limit, but I would like to be able to do this in 30 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And if anything pops out to me, I'm gonna be sure to share it with you. So before I get started, I did want to mention also that this morning as I was getting ready, I was putting my makeup on so I didn't look like death for you people. No, I'm just kidding. But as I was putting my makeup on and, you know, fixing my hair, I was listening to a sermon that one of my friends sent me, and it was really good, and it was all about running the race that God has like set before you. And it was all coming from, I believe, 1 Corinthians chapter 9. I love whenever kind of like scripture talks about like running the race like with God and like faith, as it relates it into like a fitness aspect, kind of like persevering and disciplining yourself, because athletes have to discipline themselves when you are trying to grow spiritually, you know, like you have to discipline yourself as well. So this sermon was all about, not specifically about like getting rid of sin that inhibits you, but anything that inhibits you. It doesn't even have to be considered sinful. One of my friends, she was saying how like just spending too much time on social media, you know, and I've had that issue before for sure. And recently, as I've been trying to launch, that's also become more of an issue where I always have a time limit, but lately I've been ignoring the time limit that I set for myself. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that. That's also something that I did this morning as I was getting ready. I was listening to a sermon, and if you want to listen to it, it's from Prestonwood Baptist Church in Dallas, and it was from March 7th. But yeah, now if you saw what I was doing, I was just taking some deep breaths, and I was just praying, just that whatever God wanted me to say to you guys today, I would say, and just whatever he wants me to hear in his word today, that I would, you know, be receptive to it and I would hear it. Wow. Well, this one was so good. I have to share it. So this is March 8th from Jesus Calling. The writer of this devotional writes it as if God is speaking to you. Yeah, it's very interesting, especially going with what I said I listened to earlier, and then what I've got going on today with just trying to launch this business I'm working on. Man, it's so good. So what it says is, save your best striving for seeking my face. I am constantly communicating with you. To find me and hear my voice, you must seek me above all else. Anything that you desire more than me becomes an idol. When you are determined to get your own way, you blot me out of your consciousness. Instead of single-mindedly pursuing some goal, talk with me about it. Let the light of my presence shine on this pursuit, so that you can see it from my perspective. If the goal fits into my plans for you, I will help you reach it. If it is contrary to my will for you, I will gradually change the desire of your heart. Seek me first and foremost, then the rest of your life will fall into place, piece by piece. So this is just a good reminder to about verse, it's Matthew 6:33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. So it's, for me, that's just saying, like, rather than seeking, you know, this new business venture, to also seek him first, because if I'm not seeking him first, then this is just not going to be successful. It's not going to be what I actually want. God knows what I want more than I know. And so, yeah, it's just a good reminder to let God into your business and not just try to do it all by yourself, you know, like not compartmentalize it. You know, I feel like God gave me the idea to start the candle business, and, you know, God gave me the idea to start becoming a personal trainer. And so, like, it doesn't make sense to exclude him from it, you know, it makes sense to, like, seek his wisdom and what should I do next? And yeah, this is just a great reminder to do that. In the Bible, it's kind of like this struggle where like God is like calling his people back to him. His people have the choice to either choose to turn back to God or to continue to follow their own way. And you know, like he gives us that freedom of choice, but his way is the better way, you know. He has like good in store for us if we choose to, you know, look to him. And I think there's just like a lot of like life to be found in that, and freedom to be found by following God, and like just experiencing like what life is like with God compared to what life is like without God. And I've experienced both, and I know that my life with God is 1,000 times better than it was without. So anyways, I did want to share that, and I'm probably going to read a little bit more and journal a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera off to save my battery. But I did want to just share something else that I do in the mornings, which is I look over my plan for the day, and depending like how much is rolling around in my brain, a lot of times like if I'm trying to focus on reading and I have like a thought come in, I'll like write it on here, and it's almost like creating like a little worry list. Yeah, you just write out anything that's on your mind, that anything that pops out that might be a distraction, like, ooh, I need to text so and so. Ooh, I need to, you know, respond to this email. I need to purchase this thing. Anything that comes in your mind that's like distracting you from your morning routine or what you really need to be focusing on, having a little list like that is just really helpful, rather than getting distracted, going and doing that thing, like getting distracted and then trying to come back at you end up wasting a lot of time. So that's one thing that I do. But besides that, I also write what I have to do today, like anything that's in my schedule. Like if I have a client call, I put that into my hourly tasks on here. There's some hourly marks on here. So it also has like a top 3 list, and so I'll put my top 3 things I need to do. So today I need to make sure I do my product photography, which I'm gonna take you guys along with. I need to check in with all my clients, and then I need to pour a couple candles, and then that's kind of it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that, that's kind of what I do with my planner. Like normally I'll write out like my whole schedule like the day before or the night before for what I need to do the next day, and then the day of as I, you know, think of things I need to do. So that's what I do in the morning. I'm gonna enjoy my cup of coffee, continue reading, continue journaling, and I will catch you guys in a little bit. Welcome guys to my office. We are about to get started with some client check-ins. So even though I am launching a business and I want to put a lot of energy into that, priority for me is definitely the clients that I do have and the clients that I'm serving right now. So they are going to be the first step on my agenda for the day. So right now I'm just going to email my clients back, review their check-ins. So basically the way I do my personal training and nutrition and online fitness and nutrition coaching is on Sundays. I have my clients send me a check-in form, basically just giving me an update on what's going on in their world, like what their big wins were, what they struggled with, what they're going to improve on in the next week. So this just kind of gives me an insight on what's going on in their world outside of either our in-person training sessions or outside of our coaching calls, or it just really helps me connect deeper on what's going on in their world. So yeah, so I'm about to start on that, and as a productivity hack for you guys, what I like to do is to put my phone on airplane mode, so I'm less tempted to, you know, just get distracted by my phone if I get a text or decide to like check my Instagram. So I just put it on airplane mode, and then I set a timer for about an hour. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna set a timer for an hour and try to get as much done as possible in that hour. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check in with my clients, and I will catch you guys in a little bit. I'm not just texting, I'm actually responding to a client check-in. Well, it's not like a check-in, like a formal check-in through email, but I use Voxer with all my coaching clients. And that just helps me keep my business separate from personal, because I use my personal phone for both. So I just wanted to mention, if you are like a fitness coach or any type of coach and you do like check-ins with your clients, you know, life gets in the way sometimes, and clients don't check in and don't send in their check-ins. And so what I'll usually do is I either like remind them, but they also know that this is like their responsibility. So if they don't get it to me, like it's already kind of known that they're not gonna get you know, the support that they need. But you know, I don't really like to just like let people fall off. Like that's why they hire you as a coach. They need the accountability. Sometimes they need some hand holding and they need some, you know, lifting up. So if I don't get a check-in from some of my clients, I'll go ahead and shoot them a message and just either ask them whatever it is that I want to know, or you know, just send them some sort of like check-in. Just so I just kind of usually write all my clients' names and make sure that I reach out to each of them, and then I do that again later in the week. Hey guys, so I just finished up with my client check-ins and I'm feeling a little tired, so I'm gonna take my dog for a quick walk and just get some sunshine. And this is just a great hack for transitioning, especially if you're going from one task to another. I like to kind of batch my tasks, which is why I did all my client check-ins, and now I'm switching over to candle making mode. But for now, I'm gonna go for a walk, take my dog for a walk, get some energy going and flowing, and then we'll get back to yeah, some candle product photography, some candle making. That is up next, and so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Are you ready to go for a walk? Hey guys, so I'm back from my walk. I ate a little snack, and now I am ready to start making some candles. So basically, I received in the mail my lavender scented candle and then one that's more of like an amber sandalwood. So I'm gonna make those so that way I can test the wicks again. So I'm gonna make 4 candles. One of the large candles, and I'm gonna make that one wickless, so no wick, just the wax, and then I'll be able to just poke through some wicks and decide which wick will fit, and you know, give the best hot throw and just be the right wick for that candle. So I'm gonna make a large and a small of each with these 2 different waxes. And then I also received in the mail a new one that's from Wood & Wick Co. called Passion Fruit and Plumeria, and it, you know, it just sounded so intriguing, and then the smell is also, it's just amazing. I can't get over it. I've never been like a fruit person, but it's kind of like a mixture of fruit and then floral, and it's not like a gross fruit smell. Like I don't know. I don't like fruit scented candles, but this one smells like more upscale and like luxurious, and it just makes me imagine being on like a beach, and I'm so missing a beach. So this will be nice to have. So I'm gonna make a little tester candle with this one. Hey guys, so I just wanted to share this quick tip. If you are a candle maker, you know, testing, it takes a lot of product and, you know, vessels, and one of the ways I kind of save my vessels is what I do is I test all my candles without wicks first until I find the right wick, and then after I find the right wick, I use the same tester. So this is the tester that I used before, and I just microwaved basically the oil to heat it up so that way I can pour it out. And then I'm just gonna clean it out with alcohol. That way there's not any waxy, oily residue. And I'll be able to put the wick at the bottom of the container and then test it with the wick in place properly. So I just wanted to share that tip. That's just one way you can kind of save vessels and not like just use a ton of vessels. You can just reuse the jar and clean it out with alcohol and save yourself some product. Alright guys, so I am done with my candles and I need to like print labels for them, but I'm just like not really feeling inspired because I might need to like go into Canva and do some tweaking on like the labels and what I want them to say. I think I'm just tired because I woke up early. But again, I'm not feeling inspired to do that right now, but what I am feeling inspired to do is to create my light box and start like fiddling around with some of my props that I bought for my product photography. I'm gonna go ahead and put that together, and then I'm hoping what'll happen is I'm gonna feel more inspired after I see my light box and I'm like, oh, I wanna use it. And then I'll go print my labels, or at least get started. I mean, even if I don't do all my product photography today, that's okay. I can at least get started. So yeah, I'm just gonna do what I feel like doing right now. I've done, you know, like some of my major lifting today, like making those candles I needed to make, checking in with my clients. So now I can do something kind of fun, and then hopefully I'll feel inspired to do my labels and I'll get that done. But let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I have so far. I just bought like some things from Michael's, and actually if you can see these flowers right here, these lilies I bought for props. So those are part of my props. I bought these, just some greenery. I bought this little box. I figured I could like lay my candles in them and take a picture, and maybe, you know, like throw something like this behind it. I could even use it as like a pedestal for the candles, so my candle could like sit on top of it. So I thought this would be cool to use. I got this again at Michael's. I bought just like like a wood piece. I thought that might look cool in the background of some photos, especially since some of mine are like cedar wood or some of the fragrance notes. I could use this. And then one of them I have is like an orchid. It has like some orchid under like tones or notes or whatever. And so anyways, I bought this. So that's an orchid. I was gonna buy a real one, and I got tape for when I make my photo box. And then what else do we have? I bought more scissors because they're pink. No, I'm just kidding. And then I actually bought these little reusable bags, and these are actually gonna be what I put like some samples in. So the next video I probably will make will be me making some wax melts, which I've never made before, but I'm pretty excited about. But I want to give away, like whenever people start ordering, or even before I start launching, I want to give them like a little sample of what, you know, the different smells are like. That way, you know, since it's mostly all online, you can't like go to the store and smell the candle. This will be nice for people to be able to smell what some of the other scents smell like. So I got these little bags so I can label them and put wax melts in there. So they can either melt them in a wax warmer, or they can just use it as a sniff test. And then I bought this little wood plank. Those are what I got. Next up, I'm gonna go grab all of my paper, like my foam boards and stuff, and I'm gonna attempt to put together my own light box. I'm not a photographer, but I like to try to figure things out myself. I've had someone reach out to do some brand photography for me, but I don't know, I just was planning on trying to do it myself, so I'm gonna try to do it myself and I hope it works out. Okay, so I've got my foam boards. I'm gonna take these out and I'm gonna end up putting them together something like this. And then there's 2 boards in here, so I'll put 1, 2, and then I have 4 boards, so I'm gonna put 3 and 4 on either side. You'll kind of have the boards like this, and they're just gonna be pure white. But then you can kind of do like a smooth background by, you know, having this paper like that. Just kind of laying on it. And then I bought these little sheets. So just some different colors. So if I want to kind of like lay the candle on top of it, it can have like a different color background and it'll look really good because these are all kind of like my brand colors. So as you can kind of see, I was trying to put up the sides and it actually started looking like really dark. So I think I want to try it just like with the 2 panels. And then I've heard that you can like use another foam board as like a reflector. So say I didn't need more light, basically on this side, because the sun's coming in from over here, the light's kind of reflecting. So maybe, I don't know if I'm gonna box up all the sides, because as you can see right here, it looks dark, but you know, we want the picture to be bright, which is why I'm also shooting in front of a window. Yeah, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna put anything up on the sides yet. I'm just gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and just fiddle around with some stuff and grab one of the candles that's already made and just like see what it looks like. So let's do it. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like. This is my Palo Santo and Sage candle. That's one way I could do it. I'm gonna fiddle around with it a little bit more and see what else I can do. But yeah, let me know what you think. This would be, I guess, just pretend it's like shot 1 and pretend there's a label on there. But yeah, I'm excited. So far, that looks pretty cool. By the way, something else I wanted to mention is the reason I'm like really wanting to do this product photography is because I need these photos to start working on my website, because I want to start like listing things, but I really need pictures, descriptions, and you know, I just need these for my website. So it's really important that I get this done this week. The other thing about this is my candles are actually curing. So so the thing with coconut wax candles is once you pour them, you have to wait 2 weeks before you can light them. Otherwise, they're not going to smell as good. They're just not ready, you know. So it would be like making soup but not cooking it as long as it needed to be cooked. So anyways, the cool thing is, even though I have to wait 2 weeks before I can burn them, like I can still use them to take my pictures. So I'm not like just sitting here and waiting like I usually am. So I'm happy about that. But anyways, back to our photo shoot. Alright guys, so yeah, I am just gonna continue fiddling around with product photography, but I mean, as you can see, it was pretty easy to set up my light box. Again, I am not an expert, obviously. There's plenty of brand photographers that like specialize in this kind of thing, and I'm not one of those, but I'm just gonna do my best and forget the rest. But yeah, so basically on the rest of the agenda for the day is going to be just printing these labels, take the pictures, and then I have some food I still need to cook, so that me and my husband have food for dinner. So yeah, still have life stuff to do besides business, but I'm pretty excited. This was really fun to put together, and I'm really excited for these pictures. So let me know what you think about the video in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions, anything you'd like to see more of. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.